Negro League legend, Cool Papa Bell. Former teammates Josh Gibson and Satchel Paige would say this about Cool Papa. Cool Papa Bell was so fast he could get out of bed, turn out the lights across the room, and back in bed under the covers before the lights went out. And according to Paige, once he hit a line drive right past my ear, I turned around and saw the ball hit his ass sliding into second base. Cool Papa Bell would have an outstanding career, playing almost 1,200 games, with St. Louis and Pittsburgh mainly, close to 4,800 at-bats, 1,150 runs, over 1,500 hits, even chipping in 57 home runs. But it was his base stealing that was his main prowess. He did have 285 stolen bases and a career batting average of .325. Over his career, he would be an All-Star 8 times, and he would be part of 2 World Series championships. Of course, with this type of career, it is no wonder that Cool Papa Bell was elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1974. Let's take a quick look back at the career of Cool Papa Bell.
Before legging it into legend as perhaps the fastest to ever play the game, James Thomas Cool Papa Bell burst into baseball in 1922, a 19-year-old lefty for the St. Louis Stars. Stars manager Bill Gatewood gave Bell the name Cool Papa after watching him calmly strike out feared slugger Oscar Charleston. By 1924, Bell was playing center, using his lights-out speed to spur the Stars to 3 championships. His winning ways continued into the 30s with the Pittsburgh Crawfords, whose 1935 squad featured 5 future Hall of Famers, Bell among them. Before the 1937 season, Bell and a core of Crawford Stars jumped to play in the Dominican Republic, winning a championship later that year for Los Dragones de Ciudad Trujillo. Bell spent the next 4 summers mashing in Mexico, winning the 1940 Mexican League Triple Crown. A force well into his 40s, Bell concluded his quarter-century career with 4 stellar seasons for the Homestead Grays, securing his place among baseball's best.
The Negro League sure did produce some of the most talented, charismatic players in baseball history. Of course, in the Hall of Fame, you can also find some of Cool Papa Bell memorabilia, a jersey and cap from his days in St. Louis, and even the glove that he used in his career. Of course, Cool Papa Bell is in Perfect Team 23. He has a 100 rated perfect card, a sought-after card used by many of the higher-level teams in league and tournament play, and probably is the best base stealer, as he should be, in the game so far. Of course, he is a member of our Rocky Mountain Gladiators. He was picked up off the card shop back in 2031, and you can see his career so far in Rocky Mountain, including 542 stolen bases, over 1,000 hits, and over 4,000 at-bats with Rocky Mountain. And welcome to Simulation Gaming Digital Realities Perfect Draft Genesis Series. I hope you enjoy the episode. Welcome! Did you learn anything about Cool Papa Bell? One of the most popular cards in Perfect Team 23, as of right now anyway, a speedster that can definitely help your lineup all the way up to at least Diamond, maybe even beyond. So I hope you enjoyed that little featurette on Cool Papa Bell, and this is another episode of Perfect Team Genesis Series. Only one episode this week, and it will include the playoffs, but I thought I'd include a feature as well. I spent most of the last couple weeks finishing off my tutorial series. If you haven't seen that, and you're a new player, and you've stumbled across this video, go check out that 10-part series on how you can construct and build a good lineup to compete in Perfect Team. All right, it's been a while. Last season, the Gladiators finished in the playoffs in Diamond, and we made it to the Final Four before losing out to the eventual champions. So I like to think we finished third overall. This season, how are we doing? We're in Diamond 358, and our record is 54-42. One game back of the division lead, 9-1 in our last 10 games, and we've won 8 in a row. So we are on a little bit of a streak in this part of the sim. I like it. It is July the 22nd, 2038 in sim time. In the real world, it is Thursday evening, just before the release and announcement of this week's new content, focusing mainly on missions. You'll see the new content and missions as you're watching this video. It's already up. Go check out the new missions that are out there. Probably some pretty good Hall of Fame cards you can add to your lineup by completing them. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy at where we are right now in the season. Still a little bit of a high from last season, beating some really good teams. Our lineup: Vida Blue, Kevin Brown. Why am I on batting stats? I want pitching stats. There we go. Perfect Vida Blue, perfect Kevin Brown, perfect Mort Cooper, a really good Diamond Mark Pryor, and a tournament award Frank Smith that I wanted to try out. Don't know if Frank is really suitable as a starter. Gonna have to move him to the pen very soon. In the bullpen, just 6 guys right now, 7 guys. No, 6 guys, yeah. So I only have 11 pitchers. Might need to add an extra one if I notice that their fatigue is faltering. But hey, it's serving us well so far. Doug McGraw, 2.22 ERA, and Tom Gordon having a really good season, 186. I did switch the roles up a little bit. This is kind of what I went with in the playoffs last year. And hey, that got us pretty far. So I kind of stuck with it. Other than, set up roles for Roy Face and Dave LaRoche as their secondary role. So pitching is decent. Our hitters, well, what do we got for WAR? We've got Willie McCovey is on fire. He is on a hot streak, hitting .302, 24 home runs, leading the team. Ted Williams on fire, 19 home runs. Little less average, but that's what you get out of Ted Williams, and he is only starting against the right-handed pitching. OOTP did come out with an update this week, and the update addressed a few bugs and fixes, mainly focusing on the stolen bases. And in your strategy, you may want to, alter these a little bit. Maybe boost them up a notch or two, see if that improves your base running. Right now, the Gladiator's base running is 9th, which is a little bit of an improvement. A lot of times we're in the bottom 3 or 4 of the league, so we have improved a little bit. And our strength still lies in our hitting compared to our pitching. Pitching's pretty expensive to get those top line guys. So again, we're slowly building. We will get there, hopefully. In terms of the overall leaderboard, our Willie McCovey is 2nd in home runs. Our Willie McCovey leads the league in RBIs, and our Willie McCovey is the top WAR player. So if you can get that 100 mission Willie McCovey, go do it. He's doing really well in Diamond this year. In terms of our team pitching stats, we are 2nd in our defensive efficiency, 2nd in starter ERA. And so I like our starters. Blue, Brown, Mort Cooper, definitely 3 of the best starters in Perfect Team so far. Mark Pryor, a really good number 4 or 5 guy. Frank Smith, again, is probably not going to last long there. 4 and 10. Yeah, he's going to be switched out when a better pitcher comes along. In fact, probably what I will do, I will take out him right now. I don't want statistic. Let's show rating. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take out the card that I did win in a tournament. Mr. Where are you? Let's sort by pitching here. Frank Smith, yeah, take a seat for now. You might come back later if we go back down to gold. And Sid Fernandez, I'm going to bring in. I like him. He's pretty reliable most of the time. He's kind of borderline gold, diamond kind of pitcher. But let's bring him in as our fifth starter. Again, we've got 2 lefties now, 3 righties, and we got a good mix in the bullpen. I don't think there's much to talk about in this segment. Next segment will introduce you to the new missions and the new content in OOTP. Here is a quick look at the leaderboard. You see a lot of our Willie McCovey there. In terms of pitching, we have Clark with 15 wins. Waddy Clark looks like a good card. McCormick, yeah, he's a really good card. And then Blue, Brown, and the standard Royces, which do really well. Although packs are going to change a little bit in the next couple hours, I am going to open 5 to end this segment as we await new missions and new content. Let's see. We got a diamond. Hey, good time to open packs. What do we got for our diamond player? Is it a mission guy? It is. Carlos, 93. Maybe he'll go perfect. Remember Monday, I guess it would be September 5th or 6th, there will be an adjustment of all the live players, and we will see some go to perfect, some go to gold, so you may cash in on selling some in the card shop come Monday. All right, that is it for this segment. We will be back in a few seconds to check up on our gladiators. Here we are back for segment number 2, this time Thursday evening after the new missions have been announced, and I just want to go through and show you guys which new cards you can get from the missions. So again, you can narrow down your focus by going into the mission tab, go to category filter, select none of them because they're all going to show. So select none and then go down and select the Cooperstown Club. This is the new set of missions. There are 3, 6, 8 of them, each with an individual mission card that you can get. And this will carry over through the fall and probably into the winter time. I believe a total of 5 separate missions, so maybe about 40 cards altogether. I could be wrong, but let's just go through and talk about each of these missions and what you can get. So we're looking at the Hall of Famers. 100 perfect card, great card art, love it, but it's going to be pretty pricey to get each of these. If you want a Craig Biggio, you can get him, but you're going to have to accumulate the points in the mission. And you can see right now, mind you, it's the first day of the missions, prices are pretty high. So if you want Craig Biggio, you're going to have to pay a couple 100,000 perfect points in order to get that card. Catcher is the perfect Carlton Fisk. Again, you are going to have to pay quite a bit. In fact, not many of the cards, not all of the cards are even listed on the card shop yet. Maybe because they had server issues earlier. If you want the perfect Carl Hubble plus 2 historical packs, well, you can get Carl Hubble, but you're going to have to complete the 7 missions to get him because he is the topper. He is the card you get when you complete all other missions in this series. Phil Niekro, 100 perfect pitcher. Again, yeah, you're going to have to go and you're going to have to spend some big time money. People that are posting the diamonds in all of these missions are asking for huge prices. Prices will come down. don't panic. Don't worry about it. Take your time in collecting the different cards for the missions. And eventually, yeah, you can probably get there. Are they good? Yeah, they're good. Are they outstanding and they're game changers? I wouldn't say they're too far above what the build a lineup were. I still think the build a lineup missions are valuable cards still in the game. There are some of these, like the Lee Smith, that I think are really good cards. The Juan Marichal, again, a pretty good card. And the power card is the Dave Winfield, who may replace Hank Aaron as the go-to left fielder on your team. You can see I don't have any of these complete. I'm still quite a ways away on most of them. The Dave Winfield, I'm the closest. And if we want to take a look and say, well, what do these cards actually look like? If I go and I check Dave Winfield and look for him on the card shop, let's go Winfield. See if anyone's actually got him yet and they're listing him. I don't know. There he is. Dave Winfield. There's his numbers. Eye's not that great. Good power. Good contact. Decent defense. Really good left fielder. But for $400,000, I'd rather have Hank Aaron right now. One of the ones I think will be good in the bullpen is Lee Smith, but no one is listing him yet. How about Craig Biggio? There he is. Here's a guy that I think would be a really good utility guy on your team. He catches second base, center field, so you can use him as a backup in 3 different positions effectively, and has really good gap power. He's going to hit doubles and triples. He's going to get those extra base hits. $250,000 if you just want to buy him outright instead of completing the mission. So here's a case of, okay, 250,000 perfect points, but if you go to the missions and you look up Biggio and we see what cards are needed, it's going to cost you close to 250,000 just to complete that mission. So you might as well just buy him outright. If it's cheaper to buy him outright, buy him outright. And again, prices are really high. My guess is Craig Biggio doesn't stay at 250. I think eventually he's going to go down to maybe 100,000. Be patient. No rush. Let's see if we can get a few pack openings here to accumulate some of those cards. I'm not in a panic to get them. If I get them over time, awesome. But there's no one really out there that I really want. Maybe I can get the limited edition Dave Stieb. There's one of those in packs as of right now. But otherwise, we'll just play it slow, see what we can get. Buy cards cheap on the card market. There we go, Cannonball. Let's see what he's selling for. Lots. Lowest one right now is 12,000. So he is part of this Cooperstown mission. He is part of the war mission. So I could probably sell him. I'm going to really go, it's still high, but it's the lowest one on there. I'm going to go 10,000 perfect points. And we'll see if he sells. Great card to get in packs. You want to try and collect some of these mission cards and sell them early before prices start to crash. Silver, gold, diamond, those are the cards, historical cards, that are part of these missions, not a Vlad Guerrero. Next week, apparently, supposed to be really good content as well. Hopefully, we get some all-star cards that are really going to perform, that aren't going to be too costly, that we can pull in packs. Again, we'll open a few more. We've got quite a few packs, so we might as well try and get some more players that we can sell. Here's a diamond. Is it going to be a live or a historical? It is a live Nola. Maybe he goes perfect and he's worth 20,000 points. Eddie Yost, Let's take a look if he's part of Cooperstown. Nope, he's part of the Wade Boggs mission. Okay, let's see what else we get. This is the fun of pack opening. So ignore how the gladiators are doing right now. We're just opening some packs, hoping to hit on some of those really high mission cards and then to sell them off, because I'm in no rush to complete the missions right now. If I was close, yeah, then maybe I'd try to buy one or two with the perfect points I have, but we're still quite a ways away. Okay, I don't think we're going to get much else. Let's go for 3 more packs. Come on, diamond. Already got a diamond, got a few gold. Harry Howell. These aren't part of the missions. Selling for about 150 points. I'll keep them. I like those platinum cards. Nothing there. I did pull a Butch Weiniger. I forgot to check if he's part of the missions. We'll check that later. Larry Walker, build a lineup card. That one I can sell right away for 99 because it's a duplicate. Help those people out that already are trying to complete build a lineup still. Not much there. And let's go one more. Let's go for I got a diamond here earlier. I'm going to go for a diamond here. 91 historical diamond. Come on, OOTP. End off the segment with a double Jake Woodford. Thank you so much, OOTP. In fact, I'm going to open 3 more because of that. I don't want to end off on a double crappy live. Let's go. Come on. Okay, I'm glad I opened a couple more. Got another platinum card. This time, someone that's not part of a mission, but I could probably sell him for about 3,000 perfect points. Last one, again, going for the 91 live diamond up in the corner, unless we get duplicate again, and we don't. We get a 48 Randall Grichuk, former Blue Jay. All right, guys, that's it for this segment. I wanted to go through and talk a little bit about the new missions, open up a few packs, and let's just take a quick peek and see if I made any more progress with what I opened up. Select none, Cooperstown Club. No, didn't make much progress. Don't know if that Butch Weiniger that I got was part of any of these. Doesn't look like it. And of course, I did pull that one that I listed for just under 10,000 points. We'll see if he sells. Let's go to my transaction history, see what's going on there. Yep. Open pack, but nothing has sold. All right, guys, see you in a few seconds for the next segment. Here we are with the last segment of this episode. I was going to do kind of a longer episode, which included the playoffs, but I've covered so much and it's getting fairly lengthy already. So I think I'll cut it off after this segment, upload it, and then do a separate weekend edition. How are you guys doing on a Friday? Happy Friday. If you're watching this Friday evening or Saturday or Sunday, hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's finish off Diamond 358. Let's see where we're at. A few other little tidbits, and then we'll sign off for this episode. It is August 15th in 2038 simulation time, and the Rocky Mountain Gladiators, as of late Friday afternoon, are in second place, 62 and 56. We're above 500. We've kind of fallen off the league lead a little bit. And in terms of the wild card, we're hanging in there. We are close to securing a wild card berth, but we don't have much of a lead. Hopefully, we can keep that lead and make it into the playoffs for another successful season. Our team, how are they doing? Well, here's our pitchers you've seen before. I did put in Sid Fernandez to fill out our 5th rotational spot as we download the newest version. So now, just like that, we are on August 16th, 2038. So our pitching staff is still kind of hanging in there, and our bullpen doing okay, other than Roy Face, who's having a rough season, and Dave LaRoche, surprisingly, having a rough season too. I did bring in Jonathan Papelbon off the build a lineup missions. I was able to finish that mission for about 25,000 perfect points, so that burned up a lot of my perfect points. But he again is a top-notch reliever so far in the game, and right now he's doing well. He's got a 284 ERA, a .79 WHIP, and one save in his early start. Welcome to Rocky Mountain, Jonathan Papelbon. Our hitters. Changes with our hitting department. I finished another build a lineup mission very recently, and that was for one center fielder, Richie Ashburn. So Richie Ashburn was brought in, and he hasn't played many games in Rocky Mountain, only 3 so far, but he has had at least one hit in every game. So he is going to be my starter leadoff man against the righties, and in center field, it is Paul Hines against the lefties. So I am doing a little bit of unorthodox creation with my lineup here, as I do have 7 outfielders, which again is not very normal. However, some of these outfielders are only DH, so they fill up the DH role, and some can play infield positions too. So that kind of helps. I am in a little bit of a jam in terms of my utilities. I'm short a second baseman, so I'm going to have to think about who I want to replace in this lineup. This is a tough one for me. I'm struggling with who to take out of the lineup, especially in the outfield, because all of these guys have a definite role, either against the lefties or against the righties. So I'm going to hold the course for now, and maybe tomorrow figure out who needs to come in, because I do need another second baseman. Joe Morgan, as good as he is, can't play every game. He's going to tire out. He should be fine for the playoffs because there are some off days. So if we do make the playoffs, he'll make it through the playoff round or rounds. Our overall leaderboard, if we look at the combined leaderboard, we see a few Willie McCovey, Rocky Mountain spots taken there. Good. He's holding his own in Diamond. And in the pitching department, don't see any Rocky Mountain Gladiators amongst the leaders for pitching. But that's okay. I'm good with that. Again, last night's content was released. You'll see it on the screen there. The 100 Perfect Cooperstown series cards that were released. You can find those in a couple places. One is in the missions, because these are cards you can only complete through doing missions. If you go down and select none, and then Cooperstown Club, these are the 7 cards that you can acquire, but it's going to take quite a bit to finish some of these missions. And then this is the topper. If you complete all of the missions, then you will get Carl Hubble as your reward. So we've got 7 missions, and then the topper mission for completing all of them. Of course, you can also find some of these cards on the card shop. So if I put in a Biggio, who is one of the 7 cards, none of them are for sale right now. If we put in a Lee Smith, there he is. He is on sale, 250,000 perfect points. So they are going to be pretty pricey. Let's see if there's a topper card yet. A Carl Hubble. There he is. And, that's not the one. That's a different Carl Hubble. So I guess there's 2 Carl Hubbles now in the game. He will be quite pricey when he is listed. The Cooperstown version with the cool artwork. So you can work away on those if you want. My recommendation is that you should still work away on the build a lineup missions. These cards here, and now in Rocky Mountain, we have Richie Ashburn, Vida Blue, Kevin Brown, Willie McCovey, Tug McGraw, Minoso, Morgan, and Papelbon build a lineup perfects. So we only have a couple more to go. I think a Joe Mauer and a couple more escaping me. Let's take a quick look which other missions in the build a lineup. So still need Cal Ripken, Mauer, Boggs, Walker. Although I don't think, other than maybe Boggs and Mauer, I don't think the other guys are going to help me too much. I kind of like my lineup. I like Joe Tinker at shortstop, and I like my outfield. So Larry Walker, I don't know if he would have a place, so I don't think I'm going to try and complete him right now. And because it's the end of the month, if you are participating in tournament play, the top 128 qualifiers from the month tournaments, that is either your perfect draft dailies or your perfect draft weeklies, whichever ones you participate in. The top 128 are going to the playoffs for August. And as you can see, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators had a fantastic week with the perfect drafts. So I got the team name shouted out in last night's reveal of Cooperstown cards. And yeah, I will be likely going to the playoffs for August. Well, guys, that is going to be it for this episode. Have a wonderful day. Keep playing those tournaments. Acquire the packs and the perfect points to improve your team. Check out, if you're new to the series, check out the tutorial series. There are 10 episodes on how you can build up your team from the entry pool. It's a great day for baseball. It's a warm one, over 30 degrees up here in Canada. You're probably fairly warm where you are as well. We'll see you in the next episode, which will be the Diamond Playoffs. Wonderful day. Position-wise, get your team ready. Leave a comment. Are you going to make the playoffs? If not, who do you need to acquire for your team? That's the question in this episode. Who would you like to pick up? See you guys next episode.